Hey guys, my name is Caden Hickman, and this is my discussion board for our teaching tool that we use in our service learning. And so to start off with and give you some background, I was service learning in a third grade classroom, and this specific classroom was ELA and social studies. And the way that the school that I was in does it is they break it down, and one teacher will teach ELA and social studies and the other will teach math and science. And so I was in the ELA and social studies. And so for the lessons and the standards that I chose two because I wanted to combine the social studies aspect of it with the ELA to just, give a roundabout good thing and mix it all up and stuff. And so my social studies standard that I chose is SS 3.23, which is explain the significance of the settlements of Massachusetts Bay and Plymouth and the role they play in the settling of our country. And I combined that with the ELA standard of with guidance and support, produce clear and coherent writing in which development, organization, and style are appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. And so during my time of service learning, in the social studies part of it, the teacher was covering all these lessons and standards that have to deal with pilgrims and colonies and explorers and all things of that nature. And this is a really big part of third grade, and they're talking about it for quite some time. And so not only with that, but also in the ELA portion, they are right now, or they were when I was there, getting ready for the writing assessment that they have to do at the end of the year with the TCAP and stuff. And so they've also been trying to focus on getting their writing skills ready and really prepping that and getting these kids used to, writing over and over so they can be prepared for that. And so because of this, we chose to do my teaching tool and activity combines both of these. And so they would be writing about what their life would have been like if they were living in one of the colonies. And so what they would do is they would add in, facts that we had talked about in class, as well as evidence cited from their textbooks. And they would use both of those things to write an organized paragraph, and we talked about this numerous times as well, that consists of roughly 8 sentences. So they're going to have an introduction, 3 important details, 3 supporting details, because you're going to have one supporting detail with each of your important details, and then you're going to have an ending. And so this activity not only will assist them in their writing, and not only assisted them in their writing, but it also let them show what they have learned, and think creatively with their writing. And so they get to add in facts, think creatively, and in the end they're just solidifying their understanding of the subject as well as improving their writing skills. And so not only do they get to that, but they also get to see how important these were in the settling of our country and see the history through that. As far as my classroom organization, they did this on the individual basis because when they take their writing assessment, at the end of the year, they're going to be individually taking that. So that's why I had them do it individually, and it was good practice for them. And as a result, it was very productive. The teacher and I talked about it on many occasions that, these lessons about the pilgrims and the colonies and these explorers, they go on for a really long time just because there's so much ground that has to be covered. And so this is a really good way of not only, letting them show what they've learned in a different way, and they get to kind of take a break and let their creative juices flow a little bit. And so they're getting to use specific evidence from their textbook, but also what they've been learning in themselves and get to use their imagination. I was very impressed with the quality of writing that was turned in. It was really good. And so in conclusion, I did get to enjoy getting to watch this happen and see how this activity was used. And they got to go from proving what they learned to showing us, on paper instead of just orally. And so, I'm going into English education. I'm going to be specializing in creative writing. And so this was really cool for me to get to see this transpire and what happened, and at the end of it, we hung their little papers up on the bulletin board outside the classroom. And so now they get to see their work as they walk by. And so that is just a little summary of my teaching tool, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.